Hi everybody, my name's Claire. I'm going to do a rainbow swipe. So excited, such bright, happy, fun colours. I'm going to layer up the rainbow colours in vertical lines across the canvas, and then I'm going to do one massive swipe across the whole thing. I'm going to put silicone in my paints, so hopefully lots of beautiful, beautiful cells. So bright and bold is the theme for this piece. Just look at these colours. Oh, they make me so happy. So bright, so colourful, so vibrant. So I've mixed all the colours, the rainbow colours here in these little silicone pots. So in rainbow order, I've got Winsor & Newton Alizarin Crimson, Pebeo Studio Acrylics Iridescent Orange, Essentials Royal & Langnickel Cadmium Yellow, Pebeo Iridescent Green Yellow, Amsterdam Phthalo Green, Pebeo Iridescent Blue Green, Montmartre Ultramarine Blue, Amsterdam Ultramarine Violet, Pebeo Dark Cobalt Violet Hue, Pebeo Iridescent Violet Blue, and then Montmartre Magenta. So 11 colours, I think it's 11. So a lot of colours. So I've mixed in each pot, I've mixed quite a small amount. There's 30 grams of paint and 30 grams of pouring medium in each of these 11 pots. And then the pouring medium I've made myself with PVA glue. And so I have mixed it 2 parts PVA glue to 1 part water. And then in each pot, I haven't done it yet, I'm going to put 1 or 2, probably 2 drops of silicone. To show you the consistency, so I mixed it 1:1, pouring medium to paint, and then to get them all to about the same consistency, I worked out which was the thinnest, and then I just added water to the thicker ones so that they're all about the same. So I have thinned them all to the consistency of the thinnest. So I think this blue one was quite a thin one. I didn't have to add any extra water. So the iridescent colours, like the orange and the green here, they're always so much thicker, iridescent colours. In fact, that just still probably looks a bit too thick. Yeah, I'm going to thin that down a little bit more. I want them all to be about the same. Oh, and I need to mix up some black. I'm going to use black as my swipe colour. I'm going to be brave. I'd normally use white, but if I put the white next to the red and swipe over the top, I'm going to get pink, and I don't want that at the one end of the rainbow. So I'm going to go with black and swipe across. The canvas I'm using is 30 by 40 centimetre. I've hammered in the push pins in the back. It wasn't quite level, so I've just had to pull some of the push pins out slightly one side to level it. I've made some black. So the black for a swipe, or the swipe colour, it just needs to be a bit thinner. So what I put in here was 15 grams of pouring medium, 15 grams of paint, so the same ratio as everything else, but then I actually just added 3 grams of water. So to give you just a rough idea, it's just, yeah, a little bit runny, a little bit wetter than the rest of the paints. Right, I have got a lot of I've got my children here, if you can hear them. They're also paint pouring. So I've got a lot of paints here. So I am just going to line them up. In fact, I can't even line them up. There's going to be too many to line up. So how am I going to do this? So maybe I didn't fully think this through. This is a lot of colours. So if there's 11 colours, the middle one is the turquoise. So what I could do is start with the turquoise in the centre. So I'm going to put it vertically across the canvas. I also want to allow a little bit of room for some black, but I also want to have a slightly larger area at this end of the pinks, because as I swipe off, I think the pink will get lost. So I guess the other alternative is just to start with the pink. Now I'm going to put a line of turquoise in. So the good thing about this is if it's not straight, if it's not, it just doesn't matter. It's just going to be it could be quite irregular, and that's absolutely fine. So I'm just working out roughly where I think the centre is. And then I'm going to do, let's move those paints out of the way. I'm just going to do a line across the canvas. And then if I do maybe quite a thin line to start with, it will spread out, but then I can also add more afterwards. Yeah, I think I will do that. So I'll put in a thin bead of paint, and then I'll come back and add more once I know how much room I've got. So then I've got 5 here. So if I then take the middle colour and put that in here, although I want slightly more room. I'm going to go middle, I'm going to go slightly closer to the centre than the middle. Right, I'm now just going to try and tilt off a lot of this paint. There's a lot of paint on here. So I'm going to tilt it exactly like this. It just, picking it up, so it just drains, the vertical lines drain down. So it should just thin this out nicely. And again, if it's irregular, it doesn't matter. It's going to, you won't see any of this once I've swiped over it. So I'm just going to add my black along this edge. So what I'm going to do, I've just got a piece of normal kitchen roll here. I'm going to put it into the black, and then I'm going to very slowly swipe it down through the colours, through the rainbow. Let's just move my paints out of the way, otherwise I'll knock those over. So I'm just going to stand at the other edge. What I might do actually is just spray. I've just got a little water bottle here. I'm just very gently spraying the kitchen roll just to make it a little bit heavier, a little bit damp. Then I'm hoping it will stick nicely into my black. So I'm just letting a good section of it touch on there, and then I'm just going to slowly swipe. Right, got mixed feelings. Some bits swiped beautifully, other bits it totally missed. So I'm wondering, and there's also a lot of black here, I'm actually just wondering about swiping again. Where's my, I'm just going to spray another piece of kitchen roll. And I'm going to go again. So just make sure it's all touching. Just going to give it a little tap this time, make sure it's all touching. Right, it all got covered that time. Looks an absolute mess at the moment, I know. So let's start some torching, see what happens. Right, this bit is gorgeous, absolutely beautiful, but obviously there's a massive section of black and I don't like that at all. So I'm just wondering what I can do about it. I'm just wondering if I've got enough paint to be able to tilt this.
Mama.
No, I don't think I've got enough paint to be able to tilt that. So what about if what I'm wondering is if I can somehow swipe backwards. Right, I was not happy at all with the amount of black here. I love the cells here, but it just wasn't enough, wasn't happy. So as you can see, I have just re-poured over the entire painting, used up all my paint. What I'm going to do now is actually not use a swipe colour. I'm just going to swipe like this and see what happens. So I've got another piece of kitchen roll ready. I'm going to dip it into the purple at this end and just see what happens. So I'm basically not, instead of using a swipe colour, I'm now just going to be swiping the colours over each other and see what happens.
Can we talk?
Yes, we can talk.
Can we talk?
I have got so lucky with this piece. As you saw, I just kept swiping because I wasn't happy, and it is now nothing like I intended, but I love it. It's so pretty. The colours, I don't know if you can even get a hint of this at the moment, are just so iridescent. That's the gorgeous turquoise. Look at this section up here, pink and orange, wow. And a little bit of turquoise. The effects, the multicoloredness of this is just amazing. So if I had tried to achieve something like this, I think in a flip cup, I don't think I'd get the same cells and the same patterns. So although I now don't have straight bands of colour, it just doesn't matter. And I think that actually adds to it. So you've just got this gorgeous kind of up and down wave here, and the same here with the green and the yellow, and then a bit of detail here. And then orangey in the top corner. So it's not stripy, it's not what I wanted, but I am so happy with it. It looks quite dark from the picture, and I think it's going to be a reasonably dark painting, but actually if you look up close, it's not. You've got lots of lovely bright colours. Obviously everything's got a lot darker because I added the black, but I'm just hoping as this dries it will retain some of that brightness with the gorgeous colours. So I am so relieved. I thought I was going to be scraping this and going again, and I was thinking, oh, what a lot of paint to have wasted. But actually it's really pretty. It almost looks to me a little bit mermaidy, a little bit scaly. So pleased. I'll be back when it's dry. So here it is dry. At first glance, you might think that it is quite a dark painting. I think it is quite a dark painting, but the colours that are there are just so bold and intense. Let me show you close up. It is absolutely gorgeous. The mixture of such bright colours, dominant colours next to each other. I'm so pleased with it. It's just so bright and vibrant and colourful and cheerful. Just the kind of painting I like to do, something fun. I think if there's not fun in a painting, it's a bit boring. So yeah, it's definitely a fun painting. So looking straight on, really happy with it. But then let me show you this. Let me show you just how shiny that everything is. Everything is iridescent in this. It's just shimmering absolutely beautifully. I am so pleased with it. So slightly darker than I would like, really, but I don't think it's too dark. I think because the colours are just so rich and bold, I think it's okay. What do you think? Tell me what you think. It definitely seems mermaidy to me. I think it's that really lovely turquoise band through the centre. Yeah, let me know what you think. Thanks so much for watching. Please do subscribe to my channel. If you do like the painting, do hit the thumbs up button, the like button. Great, thanks again. Bye.